What up? It's Laylo. So I got this product I want to rename, and since I figured I have to do the work anyway, I might as well just record it and share it with you guys, and I don't know, maybe it'll help somebody out. This is the product I want to rename here, Deviant Vinyl Biker Outfit. So the first thing I want to do is I want to rename all the material files, and the program I use to do that is bulk rename utility. So this is what it looks like here, and then I just browse to my runtime textures library, and here are all the actual texture files themselves. And so I'm going to rename them. I'm going to rename the product Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit. So I'm just going to use HS Biker Outfit as the main part of the name, and then I want to replace what I have here, the Deviant Vinyl part. So I'm just going to copy that. So I'm going to replace the Deviant Vinyl part here. So I'm just going to put that in there and replace, Deviant Vinyl with HS Biker Outfit. You can do all kinds of different stuff in here. You can play with those stuff yourself. I'll talk more about how I use this for other ways you can use it to save time towards the end of the video. But basically, I just want to replace all these names with HS Biker Outfit. So then once I have the replace area filled out, I'm just going to highlight all these files, and then that'll tell the program that these are the files I want to rename. And as you can see, this will be the end result name for all the files. Bam. So yeah, I just hit rename. Now that part's done. So now I'm going to, I got the path here, but I no longer want it to be, textures, DAZ3D clothing, Deviant Vinyl Biker Outfit. Instead, I want it to be Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit. So I'm going to browse to that folder here. And then, simply just rename that. It's easy enough just to do the old-fashioned way here. Okay, now that I have that part done, you can see that it worked successfully. I need to now go into all the material presets and update them. So instead of going into DAZ and resaving all the material presets, which, I don't know, I'm not trying to wear out my mouse here, I found the best way to do that is using a program, Replace Text, and this is it right here, Replace Text 2.2. Like I said, I'll share the links and stuff for these programs here in a minute, or at the end of the video rather. So I'm just going to create a new group here. This is what the Replace Text looks like when you first open it up after you install it, but I'm just going to create a new group. You can name these groups and stuff if you want to save them for future use, but I usually, doesn't seem like I really do the same thing over too much, so I usually just create a new group each time I come into the program. So now I just want to go to Add Files, and then I'm going to use a folder instead of a single file, and then I'm going to do an include file filter and just use the duff extension here, .duff, and then the asterisk is just going to include all the files. You guys probably know that. And then backup, you can use backups if you want. I typically don't, because I don't like to have to go back and delete them. Destination, I just use save process files to the original location. So now I just need to go into, and then if you wanted to include subfolders, you can have that checked or not. It doesn't matter because there aren't any subfolders in my case. But now I'm going to browse to the actual location of the material presets. So let's see here, Studio, My Library. People, Genesis 3 clothing, Hollywood Styles, Deviant Vinyl Biker Outfit, and then materials, Alright, so that's the folder all my material presets are in. So I'm going to hit OK, I'm going to hit OK. And now, before I actually run this replace text operations, I actually need to go into the location of the duff files themselves. And right now, they're actually all compressed. So if I use replace text, it won't work because they're compressed right now, and replace text needs simple text. So the easiest way to me anyway, to uncompress these is I like to use a program called Winrar. It's my favorite zip program. I've used it for probably close to 20 years. But anyway, so I already have it, so because I use it commonly to open these files, I already have it here in the list of programs, but if you don't, you can hold Shift and then right click and then go to Open With, and then you can choose a default program. I'll just show you real quick, and then you just find Winrar, and you can go to more options or whatever. And then I usually don't want to replace the file association. I'd rather those just stick with opening in DAZ, even though I never do that, but I don't know, I just like to keep that stuff the same, so I'd uncheck that, but that's up to you. So anyway, now I'm going to open this in WinRAR, and then you can see right here there's the actual text version of the material preset, but I'm just going to go up one folder here and then select all the DUF files here. Just using Control and click. Got quite a few presets here. Alright, now that they're all selected, I'm just going to extract to, and then this usually gives you the folder that it's in plus an extra folder at the end. I'm going to go ahead and just name it temp right now. I could extract it in the same folder, but I'll do temp. Alright, now I'm going to extract those. And now actually, now that I'm back in replace text, I need to actually upgrade this because it's not going in the temp folder, so I'm going to set this at the temp folder here, or not upgrade it, but update it. So there we go. Everything else should be good. Temp, alright. So now, because I can't remember off the top of my head, I want to find the lines of text that I actually want to replace. So this is the temp folder that I just created and extracted all the the regular text versions of the material presets. So I'm going to open one of those up, and you see they have no file extension, so Windows will ask you, what program you want to open them with. I always use Notepad. You might be able to use like Microsoft Word or something. I don't really know. Just use Notepad. Alright, so there's a few things I need to update in here. The first one is the actual texture files themselves. And because I always name all my material files, pretty much the same. Here's the bump map, here's the material, 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. But they all start with what used to be a deviant vinyl, but now it's this HS biker outfit. So I'm just going to highlight that part, copy it here, and then go to replace text, and that's like, in this side is what you're replacing. So I'm going to, what you want it to be in the end. So I'll put that there. And then I'll go back to my text document, and then this is the part I actually want to replace. So I'll copy that out of there and replace it in here. And then you could do, obviously I need to replace this. I need to update the file path to the actual or the folders, file path to the actual materials themselves. But I usually just do them one at a time. But you can do it all at once if you want. So I'm going to close this just in case. It should work fine even with this open, but I usually just close them. And now you just click the restart button, and it's going to ask me if I want to do it. Yes. And then it gives you a log file, but it doesn't always work. The program is actually, it's kind of an old program, and it's not necessarily updated for Windows 8. But I've never had any issues with it other than that the log thing doesn't work there. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my folder, or my material preset temp folder here, and just make sure that that went through properly. Alright, so it actually didn't. Let's see why that is. Oh yeah, it's because I messed up and had it include file filter of just DUF. It doesn't work unless you have a file filter extension in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use bulk rename utility again, and then go to that folder here, if it will let me. Maybe I need to refresh. So apparently I can't refresh, and it won't let me go to that folder for some reason, so I'm going to close that out, go back to my desktop here, and just reopen it. Alright, now it should let me. Okay, here we go, back on track. So yeah, I just need to add, I'm just going to add the DUF extension of those. So let's see here, I want to do you can do it a bunch of different ways. Insert, where is it at here? Let's see if it's a suffix. I think it usually is. Okay, so yeah, just put in the suffix box there, and then rename. Run it. Oops, what did I do there? I don't know what that did, but let's just run this again. Now let's go back and see if it worked that time. Open with Notepad. If you don't have Notepad in there, you can just shift right click it and put it in there. Okay, so it worked that time. Alright, so now I'm going to update this string here. This is just the path to the actual material itself. Now I've gone without updating this, and the material presets still seem to work just fine in DAZ. But I don't know if there's any situations that it wouldn't work properly, so I'll just go ahead and update it. So I don't want to update this last part, because I just want to run it once and have it update all my material presets. So I'm just going to highlight, let's see here, Hollywood Styles, UV Vinyl Biker Outfit, and then I'll just put materials in there as well just to be on the safe side. Just copy that, come to replace text, place it in that side. And then I'm just going to rename this Hollywood Styles. The %20 just tells it that that's a space, tells DAZ or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and name it Hollywood Styles Vinyl Biker Outfit / materials. Alright, so now I'll rerun this guy again. Let me close these guys. Boom, boom. Run that. Now just go back, make sure it worked out. People, Genesis, female, clothing, Hollywood, Styles, vinyl, biker outfit. Oops, I forgot I didn't want that vinyl in there anymore. I was just going to name it Hollywood Styles biker outfit. So let me do this over again. So I got to re-update, what I'm replacing since that other text doesn't exist anymore. And then put it over here, and now I'm just going to take that vinyl and that space out. So let's do it like that. That looks better. Run this again. Alright, let's see. See, I actually left that open this time, but I'm going to close it and then just reopen it, and you'll see that it did work even though that file was open. So Genesis 3 female clothing, Hollywood Styles, biker outfit. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. So now I got to update this part. Runtime textures, Layla 3D, Clovian, Diva of Honor. Okay, and then the same thing. You don't want to actually get the actual file itself. Just use the folder path here, file path, whatever you want to call it. So now I go back to replace text. See, the log doesn't work for some reason. It's probably just off the screen or something. Who knows? And then, okay, I want to replace that. And then I actually haven't. Yeah, I did actually fix this. So I can't copy that because they use backslashes instead of forward slashes. So yeah, I'll just paste it over here. And then I want to change it to clothing. And you know what? I can actually just copy it out of this instead of having to type all that in manually. I'll just copy this part because the folder is named the same. So Hollywood Styles biker outfit, and then replace this last part here. I think I had the slash in there. And then for some reason, if you right click in there, it doesn't really work that well. So I always just use the hotkeys. Control C for copying, Control V for paste. So bam, just paste over that. Now let's make sure that looks right here. Runtime textures, Layla 3D clothing, Hollywood Styles, biker outfit. Runtime textures, Layla 3D clothing, Hollywood Styles, biker outfit. Bam, that looks good. So now I'll run this again. Close the document here. Go back to the temp folder, open it again with Notepad, and runtime textures, Layla clothing, Hollywood Styles, biker outfit. Awesome. So looks like it worked. So obviously, if you had other texture files that were in a different path than this path that I have all mine in, then you'd have to do this more than once. But those are the only the only things I need to change in my material preset. Everything else is good. We got them here. So now I just need to update this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all these guys, all the originals. Alright, so I'm just going to delete them. You can leave them in your recycle bin here just in case something blows up and doesn't work. Now I'm going to go to my, oops, I missed one here. Going to go to my temp folder, get all these guys. I'll just copy them out of here for now. Paste them back here. And now, let's see, okay, now let's test. Or actually, let me rename all these files first. So go back to bulk rename utility, and I'm going to go to the location of those guys, which is in clothing, materials, right here, okay. And then I want to rename all this stuff now, just replace deviant vinyl with Hollywood styles instead. So I'm just going to copy it out of here because I'm lazy and don't like to type. Deviant vinyl, and then Hollywood styles. Let me make sure that's right. Deviant vinyl, or Hollywood styles, biker pants, and that is what I want. So now if I highlight all these, it's still going to give that suffix on there. You'll see it adds .def on some of these, and then it doesn't actually add it as a file extension. It puts it before the file extension there. That's why you know, the PNGs are still PNGs, but all you have to do is uncheck the box there, and then it'll not do that part of the function. It only does the ones that are checked. So let's see that. Oops, I apparently missed a letter there, an L, so let me put that in there. Hollywood styles, biker pants, so that looks good. So I'll run the rename. Bam, bam, done. Okay, now let's go into DAZ and see if I messed anything up. So materials IRA. I don't remember creating that backup folder. That probably doesn't exist. Let me refresh it here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so material array, I usually refresh that. Now you see that they have the proper name, so let's see if they work. They should work with the outfit still. So let's see. Bronze works, blue works, charcoal, they all work. You can go through and click them all if you want. Usually you don't need to. And then you will see, let's see here in my surfaces, pants. Alright, so I put in the tags, and you can see that the tags didn't actually update. So the reason is because I didn't do any replace of the text for those tags. So I'm actually need to go back and do that, but that's easy enough. So I'll just go back to replace text here, close the log file, and then I need to change this folder location. So you can just right click and go to properties. It's still DUFs, but instead of, I took them out of the temp folder, or I mean they're actually still in there because I just copied them, but I'm just going to go to the IRA folder, the one, you know, above that I've copied and pasted them into. And then destination, yeah, that stuff's all still good. And then hit OK here. And now I just want to replace deviant vinyl. So let's actually go into a one of those files here. I don't need this anymore. Open with. I'm pretty sure it just is stored as a normal string. But here you can go to edit, find if you want to find out, and then just go deviant. Didn't spell right there. Deviant vinyl. Find next. Okay, and see here it is. That's the same. You can see that it's exactly the same as what I have in here as the tags, right? So I'm just going to copy that guy, and then go back to my replace text, deviant vinyl. See, it doesn't work very well if you right click on that shit. Just put that in there. And then Hollywood styles. Alright, now let's run this. Oh yeah, and the reason this works now without me having to extract them with Winrar is because you know, I already did that, so these are just plain text material presets. They're not compressed anymore. Alright, so now that I got that all good, let's run this again. Alright, now let's go back to DAZ. Let's see if that worked. Refresh these guys just for good measure. Get the pants. And bam! Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit Pants. Back on track. Alright, so now let's check the top. Make sure it's good to go too. Surfaces, top. Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit Top. So that's all looking good. Okay, now that I have those textures done, I like to save the textures on my outfit so that when a person, you know, just loads up the outfit itself, like it already has a texture on it, it's not gray. So the one I have here in the picture is the tan color, so I'm just going to slap that on there just so it's consistent. So I got my top, let's put the tan on there. That works for the top. Do the same thing for the pants. Alright, now you just save these, you know, as a regular. Oops, I need to rename this actually. So let's rename these guys. Hollywood Styles. And rename this one Hollywood Style. Oops, can't type here. That's why I don't like typing. Double check, make sure those are spelled correctly. Alright, that looks good. And then you also see that it renamed it right here as well in the Surfaces tab, so that's good. That's what we want. So now I save these out as a, you know, the same way you always do. I'm going to do the pants first just because it's on top. So file save as. Oh, and then the reason also we're saving these out now and not before we restructured the material texture locations and file path and all that is because if you did this first, then it wouldn't have like the right material preset on here. Still, it'd still be the old one, so it wouldn't load properly when you load the outfit into the scene. All right, so let's save this now. File, save as, support asset, figure prop asset, and then I actually am changing my folder structure here. So yeah, before I was gonna do Hollywood Styles Even Vinyl Biker Outfit, but like it's kind of a long name, so I'm kind of condensing it here. So I'm just gonna go back to my clothing folder, Hollywood Styles. I'm actually just gonna rename this just cause. So rename Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit. Oh, and then it won't let me because it's open in a different program. So I'll just create a new one instead. Folder, Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit. Is that right? Biker Outfit. Alright, so now I want to save, what do I got here? The pants, I think. Yeah. Excuse me. Hollywood Styles Biker, and then I'm not gonna put outfit in the pants. So yeah, just Hollywood Style Biker Pants. I'm gonna copy that, or actually I think it already loads it into the next part here anyway. That looks good. All right, so it actually didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna put the item name as the pants. Hollywood Styles Biker Pants, and then I'm going to replace this with Hollywood Styles Biker Outfit, and then it's already in the proper wardrobe set category. Default wardrobe pants there. Everything else is good. Make sure it's going in the right location there. That's the one I use for my products when I'm working on them. So that is all good, and except I'll wait for DAZ to do its thing here. Alright, now let's do the same thing with the top. Just copy that so I don't have to type it in. File save as, where are we at here? Support asset, figure prop asset, top. Yeah, that's good. Save that. And then it does the same thing. the old style. So let's backspace that out. Biker outfit is the product. And the top is the item. It's already in the shirts. So we'll set the category here. Wardrobe, shirts. I like them, I don't know, I always leave them compressed so that, take up less disk space. Justice 3 female, that all looks good, I believe. Hit accept. Alright, so now let's go back to our folders here. Deviant clothing, and now I have both here, Hollywood Styles and then the old one. But I want to use these same images, that there's no point, or, yeah, just want to use these same images. So I'm going to get those guys, copy them for now, and then go back here and paste them in there, and then delete these old ones. And now I'm going to use bulk rename utility, do the same thing to rename those guys. So I need to go to clothing, and then let's see if it lets me go to the folder. It won't, so I gotta close that out and reopen it. Apparently there's some limitations to the program. Oops, wrong button there. There are other file renaming utilities. This is just the one I've been using, so I'm still using it. Alright, so let's copy this part, Hollywood Styles, and that's what I want to replace with. And then I want to replace Deviant Vinyl. So that'll looks good. I gotta highlight these first actually. Hollywood Styles, biker, pin, blah blah blah. Okay, rename. Alright. So now if we go to DAZ here, clothing, refresh that. There's two folders now, just like there should be. And bam, there's the outfit, or the top and bottom rather. And now, you also are supposed to include, a wearable preset. So, now I think about it, I gotta go here. And then, is this the right location? Yeah, this is my new outfit location. So I'm gonna take these guys. I don't want them to be replaced. It only actually will replace this one. I don't want it to be replaced when I save the material preset. So I'm just gonna throw a random one in there. And now I will save the material preset as a file, or not material preset, but wearable preset. Wearable preset, and then I need to go back to the proper folder here, Hollywood Styles Biker, and then I want to use outfit. Alright, and now let's save that, make sure everything is right here. I don't want poses, shaping, or any of that other stuff in there. So it should be good. Hit accept. Now it pops it in there with the ugly picture that we don't want. So now we go back to that location here, and then I'll delete the one DAZ made for me, and then replace it with my nice rendered one. Yeah, I like to use these rendered images versus even if I pose this all nice and just use the viewport image, just because I feel like, well, look at that, like that doesn't look the same as the actual tan when it's rendered, right? So I don't know, I just like it to be more consistent and let people have a better idea of what they're actually loading, before they double click on something or load into the scene. So now let's refresh this, and it should give me my nice image back, and it did. Okay, so now that we got all that done, I need to move the old material presets, because right now you can see that there aren't any, right? Because I want the materials to be under the product how this is originally. So I just need to cut and paste that. So I'll just go to clothing, Hollywood Styles, the old one here, and then just cut my materials folder here. Oops, wrong one there. Cut it and go back, Hollywood Styles biker outfit, and then just paste it in there. Give it a second here. Okay, so I need to make sure I don't have it open over here. There we go. Now let's try that again. Oh, I gotta recut it apparently. So let's do that. Clothing, Hollywood Styles biker outfit, paste it in there. And it's giving me the same crap. It's probably open and replace text, I bet you. Or bulk rename, rather. So let me just close that for now. Let's close this crap just to be... it's asking me if I want to save. You can save it if you want. Like I said, I usually just start over because I'm usually doing something different anyway, so I'm not going to save that. And then this is actually probably what's open right here. Yep, so I'm going to close that too. That was probably the culprit right there. Well, actually, there might have been a few programs that were causing that. So let's cut it, go back to the new location, new outfit. There we go, and it worked that time. Alright, so now let's refresh this guy, and now you'll see that the materials are where they're supposed to be, and if I refresh this one, now they are no longer there. So let's just see if these still work. And so far so good. And let's see if the pants work. It looks like they do. Alright, so now we got to delete the old one. And you can save it, you know, as a backup or something if you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to delete it. Now I'm going to refresh it over here just because I don't want to look at it anymore. Alright, so that part is done. So I redid all my material presets, which aren't right here, but yeah, you guys saw me do that. And so now I want to recompress them. And so it's easiest just to use DAZ Studio as batch convert. And if you don't have it anywhere in your user interface, you can just right click and add pane. Where is it at here? Well, it's probably not on here because I already have it there. But batch convert, or you can go to window panes, batch convert. But yeah, I already have it here. So I'm just going to add directory because I want to do the whole directory. And then I need to go back to my library, people, Genesis 3, clothing, Hollywood styles, materials, array. And then this is a folder with all my material presets in there. And just hit select folder, and then you can see that it puts them all in here. Bronze, whatever, all the colors. And then I don't need to worry about this stuff because I'm not actually doing any conversions, but I just want it compressed, uncompressed assets. So I'll just apply that, and now all those are compressed. If we actually go to my library data, where it actually creates the geometry for the original, for the actual mesh itself, I'll show you guys here. Oh yeah, I need to delete all the old outfit. So you go to data, DAZ3D, here's the old outfit. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I don't want it to cause issues with my new one. I don't know if it would or not, but sometimes I've had issues come up, like duplicate morph formulas and stuff like that. Anyway, so okay, let's go in here, and now if you look under both the pants, it actually, this was my original name I was going to call the outfit, but yeah, I changed it to Deviant instead of Wicked at one point. But anyway, and then if you come in here, see this one actually has a Deviant in it. But so now I could leave that alone, and probably really nobody would ever really know, or like most people wouldn't really know. So I tried renaming the geometry file and changing all the references and all the other files that reference it, and I was unsuccessful. But like I said, I don't think anybody will ever really know the difference. So unfortunately, that's beyond the scope of this little video here. But like I said, I wanted to show you guys the programs that I use. So if you wanted to use them, you could find them. So yeah, the first one was bulk rename utility. This is a website here. Obviously, it's not a very fancy website. They don't even have it come up, so it's centered. But I don't know. I like the program. It does what I need it to do. So yeah, here it is. Anyway, bulk rename utility.co.uk is a web address. You can also just Google it, and you'll see it in the top search results. And then the other program I used was Replace Text 2.2. It's made by EcoByte. You can just Google it as well and find it. But yeah, this is the web page, ecobyte.com/replace text. And so yeah, I hope somebody will find this helpful and let me know.